Greetings again, adventurers, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy II. In the last episode, we surveyed the carnage that was a result of the Empire's magnificent dreadnought wreaking havoc across the towns of Poft, Palum, and Altair. Fortunately, Salamand was, relatively unscathed by Palamecia's absolute assault, but, there were a lot of casualties, unfortunately, in the other towns. Luckily for the rebels, most of the people of Altair were evacuated, but the twin cities of Poft and Palum were not quite so lucky. Now, we have another quest to destroy the dreadnought by means of a special fire known as the Sunflame, which is the only thing that can pretty much sabotage the dreadnought, powerful as it is. But in order to do that, we need two things. First of all, we need to get our hands on the Eagle Torch, without which we couldn't possibly hope to acquire the Sunflame, because it's made of fire. And second of all, we actually need to get into the kingdom of Kashwan itself. And the only means of doing so is the goddess Bell, that is part of the kingdom of Kashwan. Scott apparently hid it to the north of Salamand, and luckily for us, we have a man who knows where it is. His name is Joseph, who was originally skeptical of us early on, but when we rescued his daughter from the Imperial dogs, that is to say, Borgen's troops, I think, he decided to help us out after all, and now he is a member of our party. Now, Joseph is the only one that knows exactly where in the Semet Caves where he's stashed away the ice sled, which is the only way we're going to be able to get to the Goddess Bell in the snow cavern, which is fortunately not quite as diabolical as the ice cavern was in the original Final Fantasy. But that's everything that brings us up to date in this episode, and I shall see you all back at the first floor of the Semet Cave. Alright, so now we're back here in the ground floor of the Semet Cave, and luckily for us, even though Minwu is no longer in our party, we still have the canoe, which is going to be very useful for sailing through rivers and everything. And Furion and Maria just got devastated by a pair of balloons, which are very annoying. Yeah, those enemies, when they explode, they can... Wait, I just said explode, didn't I? Yeah, when they explode, they deal copious amounts of damage, so I want Furion to use his magic and bring everyone back up to speed. Maria and Furion both gained slightly more health and vitality as well, which is a good thing. And now Kira's at 13. And how is Ice doing? Ice is almost at level 4, that's excellent. And won't be leveling it up too much. I might level it up off screen, and Furion and Maria are very much low on MP, so we're going to be in and out shortly enough. Alright, that was just a soldier. Not too bad. It did okay against him. But remember what I said about this, and well, we kind of ignored this ominous looking, well, not ominous looking, but a very conspicuous looking blue slab. Yeah. On its own it doesn't really mean anything, but believe it or not, this is actually what Joseph used to mark out his, where he put his ice sled. There's nothing here, but if we examine here, apparently, this is a secret passage that Joseph either conveniently found or conveniently, well, conveniently created. But we can go through here. And there is a single treasure in this room, which of course is the item in question, the ice sled. Fortunately, wasn't destroyed by monsters or taken away by Imperial soldiers, which is fantastic. So now that we have the ice sled in our possession, I think I'm going to head back to Salamand to rest up, and then we will finally meet again at the snowy fields, where we can get to the snow cabin. So I'll see you all again in just a brief moment. Alright, so we've retrieved the ice sled, and we've rested rather comfortably at the Salamand Inn. Or the Salamand Inn, I should say, not the Salmand Inn. There's an extra syllable in there. And of course, checking up at our map again, the snowy field around us can really only be reached at the edge of the mountains to the northwest. But in the northeast of Salamand, you can see a blinking location over there, which just so happens to be our destination, the snow cabin. Unfortunately, the snow I traversed between here and the snow cabin can of course only be reached by the ice sled, which we fortunately acquired not too long ago. So now I'm going to skip ahead to the entrance of the snowfield, so I shouldn't be too long. And like that, we've reached the entrance to the snowfield. And of course, much like the canoe, we can ride around on the ice sled. But unlike the canoe, we get attacked on the ice by ice creatures, which is kind of interesting. So ice isn't going to be particularly useful, but no, I did want Maria to run. Yeah, fire is going to be very effective against them. And of course, physical attacks should also be quite useful when breaking the ice. One down. And two down. And away we keep going. There are more than icicles that we're going to have to run across in the snowfield. This is the only way to get the goddess bell. And look at that, snowmen. And unfortunately they get the first strike, which is good in getting vitality and health up, but bad if they start wailing out on a single person. I actually want Fury to do some fighting, and have Maria cast Bolt on... no, not Bolt, Fire on one of the... Oh, it's a good thing that I actually had Joseph attack that snowman because Fury missed. So that turned out in my favour, and that's a whopping 402 damage from Maria there. That was certainly impressive. I think it's safe to say we're doing pretty well for ourselves so far, and we're getting quite a bit of gold, or guild, sorry, not gold. Gil, it's money. And I just want to see how close I am. I'm almost there. And that's the, whenever it freezes like that, that's basically kind of like an auto-targeting thing. But, well, here's the snow cavern, right in the middle, or near the end of the snowfield. In we go. And much like the, Simmet Cave, it's not too difficult to get around here. There are a few, well, tough enemies that we'll be encountering here in the cave, but the snowmen, well, they're annoying in the fact that they got the ambush off, but things should be pretty well for us right about now. Have Maria use fire again, and Guy and Joseph can once again play rock, paper, scissors to see which one gets the first attack. Probably shouldn't use fire too much because, well, this being a cave full of ice, might end up turning the entire place into a waterfall. Yeah, so need to be careful about that. And I'll try and save Maria's MP now, and just have everyone use their melee attacks to finish off this last snowman. Hooray! Finally move on. Now, of course, I'm using my handy-dandy map in order to tell me where certain areas are, like this treasure chest, which contains 100 gil. This is going to be very useful for procuring new items. There is a chest over there. But the snowmen are the least of our worries, because in addition to the green goblins and regular goblins, we have the grenades, those two creatures in the front row that are, yeah, they're the next level up from balloons, and much like the balloons, they can explode and deal copious amounts of damage to party members. So what I want to do is have Furion use heal. Fire on everyone, that's probably going to be a bad idea against the grenades, and have Guy and Joseph attack each of them in turn. Because it's a good thing they're in the front row, because otherwise I'd be screwed if I couldn't attack them. Please, oh, no, that's unfortunate. Okay, all the goblins are going to go down, but the grenades are probably going to stick around, and that's a bad thing, because when the grenades decide to explode, it's going to hurt. This could actually not go well for me in this particular instance, or maybe it will. Please kill the other one. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hooray. Alright. Doing so far. Well, so far, I meant to say, and we've got some new enemies, zombies, and another creature over there. I think it's called a Deadhead. But we're actually going to use our melee attacks, and I think I'll showcase, no, Joseph doesn't have magic, but he does have the garlic item, which is going to be very useful against large groups of undead. Of course, the zombies are probably going to fall before I can use it, and that was a Deadhead. And Guy missed, but they're not zombies, they're ghouls. Well, there are ghouls and there are zombies. There's how garlic works, garlic 3. aren't as effective as I would have liked, and of course they're being ghouls, they can paralyze, because that's what ghouls are known to do. And I don't want to heal anyone just yet. I can't get that deadhead as long as oh, probably should have had oh no, nothing Joseph would have done since the deadhead was in the furthest row. Now everyone's free to pretty much just go all in and deal quite a bit of damage. But the grenades are pretty much at this point going to be a major concern here in the snow cabin. But on the plus side, we don't have to worry about mages, and we get 150 gil. How much gil do we have now? 2,525 gil. Marvelous. There's a door over here that we cannot open from this side. We'll need to remember that for later. Now we're on the second floor here of the snow cabin. And more snowmen ambushing us yet again. Don't need to heal anyone else up at the moment, but I will have everyone go in rows of 2 just to well, guy took care of one of them. That means Furion's attack was wasted. Unfortunately. Hopefully the next one won't be wasted. It wasn't. Congratulations. Building up some stamina and strength there. And Guy's axe leveled up. That's excellent. I don't think we can actually get out of this particular chamber except through this way. And more icicles. I suppose we'll attack them normally instead of burning them to puddles of water. Nice. And we got first strike. That's always wonderful to see. And Joseph didn't do as much damage as I thought he would, and Maria's bow did absolutely nothing against them. Yeah, arrows aren't particularly as effective, but I think I'll conserve Maria's MP for just a little while longer. And there we go. I think this door is, yeah, there is absolutely nothing in this room whatsoever. And the only way out of this chamber, or this floor at least, is the stairs down there. And we fight more zombies and deadheads, and I wonder if we'll end up fighting Franken monsters or Frankensteins at some point. I doubt we will, obviously, but you never know. And another victory for us. And Joseph gained power at the expense of intelligence. Well, he's not going to be using, he isn't going to be using magic spells anyway, so there's no real harm in that. And, well, we've reached the third floor of the snow cabin right about now. And there are quite a few branching paths along the way here, but I'm actually going to call this an episode, and when we return, adventurers, we shall continue our journey through the rest of the floors of the snow cabin, and hopefully reach the goddess spell needed to unlock the gates of Cashwan Keep. As always, adventurers, until next we meet.